Good afternoon. How the hell are you, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Online Memory Afternoon, episode 59. My name's John O'Casson. We are the Warm and Toasty Club, and I hope you're joining us on hope where you are, it's a sunny afternoon. Here, it's a bit dreary and it's a bit monsoony. Yes, Colchester has changed. We've had a few days of lovely weather, been beautiful sunshine, beautiful. But now things are going to grow again because it's been raining. I can't believe it. So glad you're with us. We have a lovely show for you this afternoon. We have singing live in a little while, Mr. Tom Houston, all the way from Scotland. He'll be with us in a bit. Lovely chap, very talented man. Our memory of the week, I'm going to sow a seed and we'll come back to it. Our memory of the week this week and the theme of the show this week is ice cream and ice cream vans. Do you remember the ice cream van coming down your road playing its tune? Did it have block ice cream? Did it have a machine? Or did it have the one where you scoop a loop with the lemon ice and all that? Did you have nuts and sauce with your oysters, with your tubs, with your screwballs? What sort of memories do you have of ice cream vans coming around your road? Did you have a particular van? Was it a Tony Bell or a Walls or whatever? We've got the retro raffle coming up, of course, as always. 2 questions, 2 virtual prizes. We've also got, what have we got? Ice Lolly of the Week. Yeah, for the first time. I think I was talking to the Tom Houston before. I mentioned that we jinxed it. You know, we had this beautiful weather and thought Ice Lolly of the Week's the perfect thing to do, actually. Yes, it is, actually. And then it just absolutely poured and was grey. We're on artificial light here, run by steam. We've got the poem of the week, Jeanette's poem of the week, and all sorts of good chat and alike. And of course, talking of Jeanette and talking of Tom Hardy, let's see if we can welcome them to the screen. There they are. Tom's just jumped back in his seat. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's your lives?
Pretty good. Getting better all the time.
Yes, nice. Sounds like a song, doesn't it?
Getting better all the time.
How's you, Tom?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good. Nice. Hello, Elmy. Hello to you lovely people, she says. Elmy, you're here early. I can't believe it. Must be the rain's kept her in. Hi, says Jenny.
Yeah, maybe she's not got her ukulele thing on today.
It's a harmonica thing that she does.
Harmonica thing.
For her breathing.
Yes. I was going to do an impression of a harmonica and realised that I couldn't. I could do a kazoo.
I love a kazoo.
Yeah, probably quite good for your breathing, I think.
It's good for mine. It makes me laugh a lot.
I don't know. It causes other people to not to breathe too well if you play one of these. Don't know what that
I liked that game we played the other day when we're having to guess the tune in so many notes.
Kazoo tune. Yeah, maybe we'll play that again.
You could do it on a kazoo.
Do what?
You could do the tune on the kazoo, and we have to guess it.
Yes, that's what we were just saying.
That's what we were just saying, Tom.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
You zoned out, hadn't you? You were in another place.
I was.
That is not a tune. That was a fake tune.
Oh, I know what that is.
What is it?
How many notes can you name it in, though, Tom?
Yeah.
Well, it's too late now. He's played it, isn't he?
Too late, everybody knows. Hi from Christine. And Elmy says her session was cancelled today, so very happy to see you all live. We're happy to have you with us, Elmy. Welcome.
Their loss, our gain.
Absolutely. Good to have you with us. And I hope you all settled in these rainy, I was going to say Sunday. Where the hell am I? This rainy Friday in Colchester and around the country and around the world. Here's the retro raffle. If it plays. It's the retro raffle. It's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle. never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah. So, what have we got for you this week? We have 2 prizes. In the week, I spoke to Dirty Barry, and he had his sometime girlfriend, Doris, round, dishevelled Doris, and she bought him some boxes of stuff, which he basically didn't want. And he said he's got a bulk load of lolly gobble chop bombs. And he said, what am I going to do with them, Jono? And he's been keeping them on the side, but he kept them sort of like so that they're not all running out, but they haven't been in the freezer since the late 70s. But he says they're really good. They've got a best before date, so it's quite all right to eat them. And he says they will reconstitute. Go on.
They're probably so full of E numbers that they'll be preserved. They'll outlive the human race.
Yeah, they will outlast the nuclear warfare. It's true. I'm trying to remember what they were like. I remember the name Lolly Gobble Chop Bomb, but I don't know. Were they a fruit plus with a bit of chocolate? I don't know, but what a name! Well, anyway, we've got a box of those which are wilting on the side, just above the radiator, and you can get one of those sent to you, maybe.
Probably the E numbers.
Maybe not.
The E numbers probably just keep it together anyway without freezing.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Like a big block of plastic.
Yeah, I think so. It looks like it going. You can see the bottom of it there.
Yeah.
It's going a bit. And the first question in our Ice Lolly Ice Cream Van week is, what flavour were Funny Feet lollies? Were they A, vanilla, B, strawberry, C, peach, or D, lady feet with essence of elderflower? So what flavour were Funny Feet lollies? Funny Feet lollies. They were shaped like feet, basically.
They weren't cheese flavour, were they?
No. Were they A, vanilla, B, strawberry, C, peach, or D, lady feet with essence of elderflower? Yum.
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
Have you never had a Funny Feet in your life?
No. When you were talking on Facebook earlier this week and you were talking about ice lollies, and my sister reminded me that when we were little, we used to be able to get a cider ice lolly, and it was the cheapest one ever. I mean, it probably had a hint of cider in it. It was probably just apple flavour, but it was really, really cheap, and we were never allowed to have ice cream, but on a special treat, we would probably get to share a cider lolly. I'd quite like one of those now.
Yeah, I was raised on cider lollies, among other things. I think they were fantastic. Somebody else, a lemonade sparkle, they were quite cheap.
Yes, I remember them.
Nice. A couple of years ago, I had a sort of moment where I remembered it, and I had to rush to a supermarket to try and find some cider lollies, which I did, and they were absolutely the same. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, I'm going to get some for Lorraine as a surprise.
The shop began with an A and ended with an A, and it wasn't.
Yes. Yeah, I know the one.
I could just say, is that Asda? What am I? Do we work for the BBC or something?
No, we don't. Other supermarkets are available. Yeah, exactly. I think that gets you out of every kind of litigation.
Yeah, allegedly. You say allegedly before anything. Elmie's going, she hasn't got a clue.
No, I haven't.
To be honest. Christine's going A, vanilla. Jenny's going B, strawberry. I'll give it a second because, it is a lolly gobble chop bomb that you could win. Made by Lion's Made. Nice paper wrapping. Very nice indeed. Irene, hello Irene. Hello everyone from Irene and Colin. Hope you're all well. Yes, we're all fine. And we hope you're having a nice lunch and enjoying listening to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Maybe they're having a lolly.
Maybe they're having a lolly gobble chop bomb. I don't think you can buy them now. This is old stock that we've got from Dirty Barry.
Yeah,
So
they probably-
the answer to
yeah.
go on, Tom.
They probably can't sell them anymore, can they? There's probably something in them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cider.
Cider, yeah, actual cider. Because
They
they did
probably
taste like
have-
cider, though.
Yeah. And sad that we all knew what cider tasted like as children.
Yeah, weirdly.
Oh, yeah.
And
was
what did you say, Tom? I interrupted you.
No, that's all right. Asbestos, I think it's got in the lolly gobble chop bomb.
Don't say that. So yeah, we'll be sending you one of those lovely things.
What was the woodpecker cider? That's what you had, didn't you?
Woodpecker cider, yes.
Tiny
Yes.
little bottles of it.
Oh,
Did you not have that?
Yeah,
No,
I
I
don't
think-
remember tiny little bottles, probably because I can't remember. I'm remembering plastic bottles that were really big, but that's later, isn't it?
Mm.
I remember going to when I was very little. Probably, I don't know. I think I lived in Bristol from the age of 6 to 10 or 11, and at some point at those ages, I would have to go to the pub to the off license, which was a separate door at the side of the pub with a
Yeah.
kind of hatch, and get the cider thing filled up or the sherry thing. And they were, I want to say flagon, but I don't know what it was. Some kind of,
Flagon's a good word, isn't it?
yeah. But I just kind of really vague. So it was probably when I was about 6 or 7. Those were the days.
Isn't it mad? Yeah, I used to do that, and I used to buy my dad, like, they used to give me some Golden Virginia tobacco for him, and like, I don't know, a light owl or whatever
Yeah.
they drank. And I was a kid, and they used to bring it home for them.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't know. I've never been much of a drinker or a smoker. And yet, you know, I was subjected to that
Not
a
much of a
lot
drinker.
at a young age. Pardon?
Not much of a drinker. You'd be talking about the same person.
I haven't touched a drop since the 28th of April, I'll have you know.
Yeah, but
Um,
you did used to drink a bit before then, though.
That's why I had to stop.
Wow.
But compared to my family and other people, I don't drink a great deal. I never have. Not really want to get off my face or whatever. So I don't smoke. So I kind of think, you know, growing up surrounded by it all doesn't necessarily make you an alcoholic or a heavy smoker. Don't know. Maybe different personalities wouldn't adapt so
It's
easily.
funny how we respond. Sometimes we rebel and go against what's gone before, and sometimes we take heed and go down that same route or not. Oh, look, there's a light gone on in the background.
Yeah,
Looks like she's just turned on the little yellow oven.
No, she turned the light because it's so dark here.
So dark here. I know.
I'll be
Maybe
getting a
we-
sandwich soon. Don't want to make you jealous, but you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, of course. Lorraine's going to do a fantastic salad, and we're all
Yeah.
going to be sad. Marie, hello, Marie. She said, "Good afternoon, everyone. Mum is panicking because she's late. She's booting up to join you. Well, hopefully she would have been online by now. And hello, Marie. Hello, Kim and Ken. Hope you're well." Irene says, "No lolly today as sun's not shining." So they're not having a lolly. But the answer to the question was, what flavour were Funny Feet lolly? Of course it was Jenny Lithgow, the queen of the retro raffle scene, who got it right. It's a strawberry was the flavour of a Funny Feet lolly. There we go.
Now we
One
know.
lolly gobble chop bum on its way to you, Jenny. Maybe not. Let's see. Next question and next prize is, well, this week it's kind of like a lolly, but through Dirty Barry, we've managed to get hold of these Triffic bars. He had a box of them that were left under a radiator in the 70s, and they actually made by Barrett, and they say Mike Reed says it's Triffic covered nougat. How'd you say that word?
Nougat.
Nougat? No,
Nugget.
Nugget.
Nougat.
Nugget.
Nugget, innit? What are you
Nougat.
telling about nougat? Nougat, that's a sort of car that you drive in Norway.
Nougat.
Nougat. Nugget, that's how you say it.
Did you find-
Terrific.
Did you find them on the set of EastEnders, I think?
I don't know. He said that he kind of was knocking around with Mike Reed and a few others when they were on The Comedians, the 70s TV show. And just before he did Runaround, do you remember that show with Mike Reed?
Yeah.
Run around now. That was a great show. They showed it on Talking Pictures sometimes. If you old time lovers like me like to watch old time films, Talking Pictures 81 on the Freeview. Yeah, so we've got some of those terrific bars if you answer this question right. But they've been very popular, so I don't know how many Dirty Barrier have left. Hi, Tom. Hi, Tom Green. Nice to see you, sir. Right. Question. You want the question, don't you? Of course you do. What company, talking about an ice lolly we mentioned before, what company made the lemon sparkle ice lolly? I don't know, Jono. Was it A, Lion's Made, B, Pendleton's, C, Dick Emery, or D, Walls? What company made the lemon sparkle ice lolly? A, Lion's Made, B, Pendleton's, C, Dick Emery, or D, Walls? There we go. Tough question. Tough question for the lemon sparkle. That was sort of like a working class delicacy, like the cider lolly, wasn't it?
I remember the flavour of a lemon sparkle, but I can't remember the packaging and so what make it was.
Yeah, I've got a picture of it. I think I've taken it off my screen to add it quickly to the thing, but it was very nice. I mean, I put a thing up in the week about what people's favourite ice lollies were there when they were growing up, and they were coming up some lovely memories. Cider Barrel was apparently a cider lolly. They called it a mivvy, like you used to get a strawberry mivvy or pineapple mivvy.
Were they the ones with ice cream in the middle?
Yes.
Yeah, and I used to call them a strawberry split for a while.
Well, that's where you were going wrong. It's a mivvy.
It was a mivvy all along. Well, I'll talk more about it when we talk about our memory. Jenny's having a guess of A, Lion's Made. Chrissy's going Lion's Made. Irene's going Glowjoy. I think that might be a spelling thing that's come out the wrong word, or maybe she's just glowing and she's really joyous, which is nice to hear.
Or she's describing you.
Glowjoy, or Jono. No, I'm not quite sure what one that means, but that's okay because I get things misspelled all the time. Sorry, all before my time in England. Sorry, Elmy. Yeah.
Have a guess. You could have just.
Yeah, you have a guess, love. You're welcome to have a guess, Elmy. Come on. Good afternoon, everyone. I made it. I guess B, says Kim. She's going with Pendleton's, who did make ice lollies. They did indeed. I'm going to give it just 1 second. Oi! There's your second. What company made the ice cream sparkle? Well, it looks like Dirty Barry and Disheveled Doris are going to have to put those terrific bars away because the correct answer was D, Walls. Walls made the lemonade sparkle. And I may even have to find a picture to prove it to you if you don't believe me. But we did extensive research to look into that. So I don't go away. Maybe they'll come back another week. Terrific. Thanks, Mike. Now it's the memory of the week. Memory of the week. And thanks to the catering services of Jeanette's sister, Lorraine, for once again bringing her a sandwich and not giving it to us. What have you got in there today, Jeanette?
This looks a lot like ham salad and nice and heavy on the filling, as I like it. So it's a close look. Can you see that?
Yeah.
She doesn't mess about. There's mayonnaise in there as well.
Has she done catering work in the past?
Yes. You can tell, can't you?
She knows her way around a sandwich, that girl.
Yes, she does. I think she used to do outside catering years ago when she was quite young, and do things like at the cricket club and things like that.
Oh,
and she used to be a sandwich girl. She's just told me.
She used to be a sandwich girl.
Yeah, so deliver sandwiches to businesses at lunchtime.
Oh, that's what.
For Last's Catering. I'm hearing this all now. That's an old Colchester company. Last
Catering.
So,
love it.
Yeah.
Send us a picture of Lorraine as a sandwich girl. That's what we need to actually.
I don't think there are any. And I was in London for a lot of years, so I wasn't around to take any. I will. Shall I just shout to her? Hang on. Lorraine, they want a picture of you from those times.
Sorry?
They want a picture of you from the times at last.
Oh my God, I don't think photos go back that long.
Yeah, photos. Cameras weren't invented then.
That was the early 40s, wasn't it?
Early 40s. Yeah.
If she's actually,
you can't
no.
hear her laughing behind me.
We can.
Well,
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
I'm just spinning off of Tom saying that you were born in 1937 last week.
Oh yeah.
Not
yeah.
Lorraine,
No, I haven't
not
forgotten that.
Lorraine. Marie says they look like great
It's
sandwiches.
the truth, isn't it?
Mm.
She is my little sister. She was born later.
Exactly, the 40s. Yeah.
The 40s.
So the memory of the week is ice cream vans. What do you remember of ice cream vans? Did the ice cream van that come down your street, was it block ice cream that they cut up in little kind of triangles, or was that just at home? Did they have a machine? Did they have one of the sorbets? You know, like used to have that round thing that used to put the round bit on top, whatever that's called, ice cream on top in a half round shape. Did you have nuts? So scoop, thank you. God, blimey.
Right.
Tell you what, I need to get out more. Did you have nuts or sauce on your ice cream, or both? What one did you like from the ice cream van? Screwball, oysters, Zoom, Mivvy, lemonade, sparkle, cider barrel, funnel feet. Some of them later had a slush puppy machine on board as well. Now tell me, Jeanette, you look a bit like nonplussed. So have you ever used an ice cream van service?
I have. Not lately, because
Yeah.
obviously I've been diabetic for a few years, so I avoid them.
Bless you.
I did go to Malden last weekend with my sister and with my brother Tommy, who's on the listening on the show, I think. And we went to Malden Promenade, the seaside kind of, and it was really lovely. And they had an ice cream each, and they had like a whipped one, but they kind of turned in this crumb that was salted caramel crumb. So it was a bit kind of like a powdered crunchy bar. So, but this kind of salted caramel and these ice creams, and I did have one little lick, maybe two, and it was delicious. It was so nice because I never get to eat sugary things like that. Oh my goodness, that was really nice. So, but I can't remember the last time I had anything from an ice cream van, but I know I have.
Tom said it was lush.
Oh, it was really lush.
How about you, Tom Hardy? Are you an ice cream van follower?
Yeah, not lately, although I did hear one last night, funnily enough.
What, at night?
Yeah, we were sitting out in the garden. Well, it wasn't really late at night. It wasn't like 1 o'clock or something. It wasn't. And yes, and then just sitting out in the distance, heard the ice cream van. Made me want to go out and find it and get an ice cream, but I didn't. But I quite like, what are the ones that like wafers, didn't they? Marshmallow wafer.
Yeah, oyster.
Like the oysters.
There's the oyster, and then there was it one end? It had
yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Just can't think of my words.
No, nor can I. We're useless, aren't we?
Absolutely useless. No good for anybody. Only available here every Friday.
Oysters I used to like as well, but yeah.
Oysters,
Mr. Softy in your oyster. Very nice.
Yeah, so we had Tony Bell was our local one. He had a pink van. We had Walls, who had a really like upmarket van.
Oh,
I think there was like even what you were saying. It was either a Mr. Softy or a Mr. Whippy.
Right. We had Mr. Softy, and we used to have Rossi vans as well.
Rossi, they came round once in a
Playing
while.
Status Quo. We actually had him come round one day.
Oh, Francis Rossi from Status Quo.
It's not true. But that is his family, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Christine says we had Peter's ice cream. You could take a bowl out and they would fill it up. Oh, brilliant. I used to love the tubs.
Yeah, they used to do that on the Mr. Softies as well.
Did they?
Yeah, you used to be able to take a bowl out and they'd like give you a great big bowl of ice cream.
I was talking about yesterday online. Did anybody have a bat and a ball? Bat and ball. So you'd buy an ice lolly, like cider lolly, strawberry lolly, just plain, and that was the bat. And then can you put the like a bat and ball, and then he'd do with the machine. He'd do one quick scoop on the end of the ice lolly. So that was a bat and a ball.
Yes, yeah, I remember those.
That was good. That was
Mm.
good.
Sounds lovely.
It was nice. It was nice. I mean, yeah, like Elmy likes soft ice cream, Mr. Softy. I like Jeanette. I don't eat ice cream anymore because it's a bit fattening. And it's
There's just the
you've
door.
got to pop off, Tom.
The door's gone. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
I went to a lovely place on the coast called Frinton a few years ago.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Very nice place. And near the seafront, there was a shop. And just outside the shop, they had a soft ice cream maker. And so, you know, you'd have to go in and pay, and then they'd come out and they'd get the cone and they'd kind of do it under the scoop thing. And I just said, would you mind if I had a go? And if you don't ask, you don't get. And she let me have a go. And I did my own ice cream under, you know, pulled the lever for the ice cream to come out and moved my cone around under it to get. I can't believe I did that. It was really nice. And it tasted lovely, of course.
Is that the one up the coastal end of the high street? Yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
No, very nice.
I mean, this was a few years ago, but I can't believe I've actually had a chance to do that. I was really pleased with myself.
That's like a dream for me.
Yeah, well, it was like a dream for me. And of course, I had visions of it all going wrong and it all coming out of it and being on my feet or putting too much or not enough. And there was enough. I did lots.
You're good at everything, you.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
That's the ice cream that I love. The machine white ice cream.
Yeah.
Let's see what people were saying. Irene's, yes, she says Rossi was the one she used to use as well. Marie says, I used to like screwballs from the ice cream man with a gobstopper at the bottom. Love the screwball because you can buy the ones that he'd get out of the freezer with the bubble gum in the bottom, but he also used to do one, didn't he, where they'd fill it up with loved it. I was the type of guy that weren't really worried about sauce too much or nuts. I just like the white ice cream. It's just so nice. Oysters were my favorite.
I'd be greedy. I want everything on it.
Everything.
Both sauces, the strawberry and the chocolate and the nuts and the hundreds and thousands. Everything.
And Tom,
give me an ice cream. I'd like a 99, as they say locally.
A 99?
99 with the works.
Oh, let's bring Tom back. Was it the ice cream man at the door, Tom?
No.
Oh, phew.
Which is a bit of a shame because I'm just starting to get a bit hungry now.
Yes.
You need a sandwich.
I need an ice cream.
Sorry, Tom. You carry on.
No, it's right. I just need an ice cream now.
Yeah.
Nice oyster.
When I hear the sound, I really want to run out and have one, but it's hard. I have to be tied down, basically. So don't run out. Kim says we used to wait for the ice cream van to come around and always brought the fruit sundae boats. Oh, as they called them back in the day. I remember those. Not sure if they're called that now. Tony Bell was our favourite. Same here. And we used to call Tony Bell Tony. He was a really nice Greek guy, very cheerful. I really don't think his name was Tony, though. And we called him that for years. And I remember those fruit sundae boats. Oh, my gosh. Elmy says, my dogs love ice cream. I buy one for them as well, which is nice of an afternoon. Give the dog a little lick. Keep your memories of ice cream vans coming. We've got more happening. Where are we on to now? So I was going to say hello to Tom Houston. Let me just check my system here, see if he's available for a chat and a welcome. Yes, I think he is. Let's welcome the wonderful Tom Houston. Should be with us. Hi, Tom.
Hello there.
How's your life?
How is my life? 3 and 6.
3 and 6, and you must have spent more than 3 and 6 on that T-shirt because it's blinding our eyes here. It's so
I thought we've got sunshine here in Scotland, so I thought I'd dazzle you with the T-shirts.
Can I ask you, Tom? Have you partaken of an ice cream van wares?
I had a vision yesterday when I was thinking about this, and you ready for it?
Yeah.
It's an old bicycle coming down a black ash lane with 2 silver tubs either side, packed with ice cream, and an Italian gent coming down visiting the houses in Scotland on his bike selling ice cream. So an ice cream bike.
An ice cream bike, yeah.
And I think it's nearly true. And I was just thinking, you know, I don't think I've confused it with the Onion Man who used to come with a bike as well. I definitely think there was an ice cream fella on a bike. But I do like an ice cream. In fact, you'll find out later. You'll find out later in my surprise. But yes,
surprise.
And the last ice cream I had, I'm just trying to think. It was up. I was up north in Wester Ross by the sea at Gairloch Harbour, and there was a very nice ice cream being sold there. So I sat and had an ice cream, and could watch the gulls and the boats and the tourists and the cyclists, thousands of cyclists, all coming to the harbour for ice cream.
Beautiful. And I remember the boxes. I don't know if I remember it from a historical perspective, looking at books, but I remember people with a cycle and quite a wide box at the front who would bring sort of an iced box of ice lollies and ice
You
cream.
get it in the Castle Park still, don't you?
Can you, Tom?
Yeah, in the summer.
There you go, Tom.
I'm not sure they're Italian though, and maybe
it's got to be Italian with silver panniers and a black bike.
It's probably not the same person.
Probably not.
No. Oh, you and your silver pannier. Where is it?
Yes, I'm not going to buy this from that. Silver pannier.
Get your silver penny and come back round before you see my money, son. Oh, it's raining here. It's horrible, Tom. And you've got sunshine in Scotland, we hear.
Yeah. Both sides.
Both sides. Oh, my God. You're getting spoiled. Just to mention, Jeanette, I didn't get the email. I don't know why.
No, I can't send it.
You can't
Sorry,
send it.
it's too big a file. So I was fiddling around trying to find other ways to send it to you. And it may take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'll see if I can do something in the break.
Okay.
Tom, Mr. Houston, you're going to sing a song or two now for us, aren't you?
Yeah, it's this first one is called Down the Parlour.
Oh, the ice cream parlour.
Well, wait to find out. It does have a chorus.
Oh, I like songs with choruses.
Yeah.
We can join in.
See if you can join in. Probably near the end, and it's very short, so it'll be over before you can say, I don't know, down the parlour.
Yeah.
Right, here we go then. Let's start. It's maybe this is a world premiere of a song written yesterday. So anyway, here we go. Look at all these colors in the fridge. Purple, orange, blue, green, and stuff with bits. And when the young assistant asks me, "What will you have, sir?" there's only one answer I can give. Vanilla, 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 vanilla. That's the chorus. One more time. Vanilla, 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 vanilla. So I may well have alienated half my audience, but I've made a bosom buddies with the other half. So that was a song called Down the Parlour. And we're going to move from that love song to a mystery. And Jeanette mentioned 99s, didn't you, Jeanette? So again, given that I like a bit of research, asked the question: how did it get its name, 99? And so the song will tell you, but actually there's a variety of theories that it was the price, it was the street number of a shop in Edinburgh that sold them, it was the number of bodyguards that a king of Italy had, it was the cost, and it was to do with the Roman numerals. So let's see this mystery song called Flake News. Of all the tales of mystery, this is the one I choose. And to make it unforgettable, I'll call it Flake News. So where did the 99 get its name? Back in 1922. Was it the number of bodyguards for an ancient Italian king? Or is it the length of the song that I'm about to sing? Was it the number of a shop? Was it the length of a flake? Was it the cost of a cone to go? Was it fancy Roman numerals? Well, no one seems to know. Paper turning. And if there's a moral to the story, one that won't confuse, when you're buying ice cream, don't indulge in flake news. And that was a world premiere of Flake News.
Oh, fantastic.
I love that.
Vanilla.
Yes. Oh, God, I was a bit rough with those ones, but who knows? Did they taste good?
They tasted well. Jeanette, you was involved.
Lovely. Really, really lovely.
Yeah. So, yes. You didn't hear them, Jono? Is that right? You were away doing stuff.
No, I was trying to get a video to the screen, but I was listening. I was singing Vanilla. Vanilla.
I really want some chocolate now. I did want ice cream, but now I want chocolate. You've talked about
yeah.
flakes.
Yeah, I'm going to do an ice cream tour. I'm going to get sponsored, and I'm going to do an ice cream tour. Decided.
Can you come down this way to Colchester on your bicycle if that's what you're doing it on?
I think it has to be on a bicycle, but maybe an electric bicycle.
With silver batteries.
I was mentioning it to my daughter last night, and she was talking about the ice. I'll sell CDs, and she said, "Dad, you got to sell ice cream." I said, no. The whole point of my ice cream tour is I'm trying to sell CDs, and she was like thinking I was selling ice cream. She said, "You got to sell them cheap." And I'm like, no. Anyway,
you could give away a free CD with every £10 ice cream.
Yes, I think. Yeah,
you could be the roving ice cream singer.
I could be.
And people would be asking you to sing about cornettos.
Hey, that's the trouble.
Yeah, that's ruined it for you, isn't it?
I could. Do you think Vanilla has a chance of overtaking One Cornetto as the only famous one ice cream song, or do you think I'm on a loser?
I think if you ram it down people's throat enough, they'll take anything. You've got to have it. It needs a lot of exposure.
But a lot of exposure. Hence the ice cream tour.
There we go.
I think Vanilla Ice has already done one. I think, isn't he?
Vanilla Ice.
Who's done one?
Vanilla Ice.
Mr. Softy. Vanilla Ice.
Ice baby, wasn't it?
Oh God, that's me. I don't know what to do with my life.
Tom, that was his career. Tom Hardy. That's his new career lined up. And what's he going to do? Down the pan.
Down the pan.
The ice cream's melting in front of his eyes.
Don't you, radiator?
He hasn't got a pannier or anything. for his
You might need
name.
some of those E numbers from the 70s.
Oh
That'll
God,
keep
yeah.
it all going.
I'll get arrested for those.
Well, that was very lovely, Tom. Thanks for singing for us. I enjoyed it. Even while I was fiddling with other things on the screen, I was indulging myself in your beautiful ice cream songs.
Yes,
And
which are now not going to go on tour.
Oh. You're going to get, the people that will buy your CDs and ice creams out of sympathy if you carry on like this. You have a very endearing face and a lovely way of talking and singing.
Well, there'll be an ice cream.
You'll sell.
An ice cream cone with a CD stuck in it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take one of those. It's called a 10.99.
that's a good
I like
one.
that. With your flake news.
Maybe we should ask our viewers, our listeners, should Tom go on an ice cream CD tour and play music as he goes and sells his ice cream? Yes or
Selling
no?
his world famous £10.99 cones. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Elmi said you was funny. Kim sends you lots of applause. Marie sends you lots of applause. Apologies. Kim says, enjoyed your song, Tom. And Jenny sends applause. Yeah, you're a 10.99, no doubt. You're worth at least 10.99.
There we go.
We'll have you back in a minute. We're going to pop off. We'll see you in a minute or two, Tom. Thank you.
See you
sir.
later. Yeah.
He's a funny guy. He writes
He's
his
nice,
own
isn't
ice
he?
cream songs. Christine said she loved it too. Bless you. Right, I've managed to, while Tom was playing, I managed to get the video.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah, I did a little bit of a special number, and I have special abilities with that hand
All right.
and that
I
hand.
hope Tom's listening then. I've just sent him a message saying, don't think we can do it this week.
Well, we can see that lady in the corner. That's Jeanette in the corner.
With scruffy hair and no lipstick. That's me.
Yeah.
I
That's
make
on a
such an
bad
effort
day.
for this show. That's me normally.
Losing your religion.
Losing her religion. So, I should have a jingle for it. There it is. Some interesting facts about you, what you've done in your life. Some interesting facts about you, the places you've been, the people you've seen. So Tom says he's here, Jeanette. Why don't you introduce it? Because I'm a bit scared of having two Jeanettes on the screen. I'm gonna need to
Yeah, you should
long.
be. We're taking over.
Take the wrong one off.
So my little brother, Thomas Green, or Tommy, as I like to call him, came to stay last weekend in Colchester from Kent. And it was so lovely to see him. I hadn't seen him for quite a while. And I put him on the spot while, probably just after breakfast. And I just turned the video on my phone and just said, Tom, do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions? And he said, no, go ahead. So I didn't give him any warning or tell him what the questions are going to be. And I just pressed video. And he was fantastic. There was no stuttering about and thinking, oh, gosh, no, I haven't got anything. And he was an absolute natural for this, being put on the spot. So let me introduce my brother, Thomas Green.
Well, I hope this works just fine. I've not tested it out beforehand, but here it is, Thomas Green.
Hello, warm and toasty viewers. It's your roving reporter, Jeanette here, reporting from in the field. Or in the house. And I'm very lucky today to have a friend of the show on. This is one of our participants on a Friday afternoon, Thomas Green, my brother Tommy. And I'm going to ask him some questions. So welcome, Tommy.
Hi, guys.
So camera's there.
Yeah.
So look at that bit. First of all, what is it that you like about our show?
I just love the banter. You know, you get on there, you could be having a really bad day, and 9 times out of 10, I'm at work when I'm listening, and it just lifts your mood, and you just want to get on, and you just want to join in and have a laugh with you guys. It's just, I suppose you're just silly, really. It's just great fun. It's just great fun to listen to. I look forward to it every week. Yeah.
Brilliant. And another thing I want to ask you is, can you think of 3 interesting things about yourself? And bearing in mind, you might not feel that they're that interesting to other people, but I bet they are.
got a very strange background because I actually drive a bin lorry now, but my background has always been in catering, so I love food. And when I explain that fact to some of the guys I work with, they're like, "Really? So why are you driving a lorry?" I just love driving big vehicles. It's great. So that's one interesting fact. My kids would probably not agree, but I think I've got one of the best sense of humours and I tell the best jokes in the world. But, you know, hey, who am I to judge?
The camera's shaking now because I'm laughing.
And I am very lucky to live in one of the prettiest places in England. I live in the Garden of England in Kent. So, yeah.
Excellent. And so that's your three interesting things.
It's three interesting facts. Yeah, I live right on a lake, which is stunning. The lake's in Leybourne in Kent.
I can vouch for that. Anyway, so this is our participant on Friday afternoon. That was Thomas Green, my little brother. Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you indeed, Tommy. That was lovely. He is a natural, Jeanette. He really is. And I love that he lives by a lake.
He does.
Garden of England, and drives a bin lorry because he likes driving big trucks.
Yeah, he does. When I went to stay with him a couple of years ago, he'd got one of those great big vehicles, his car. It was, I don't even know what it was. I think it was a Ford, but it was really big, like kind of heavy duty, like a pickup truck with big wheels. and he let me drive it around this lovely little lake area where he lives. It was really nice. But he's changed his car since then.
I was going to ask him who's his favourite sister.
Don't ask him that because it might not be me. he's got more to choose from.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're so mean.
You know, I would say Lorraine because she makes really good sandwiches. Yeah.
Oh, she does. I've just finished mine. Oh, so good.
Yeah,
Lorraine is pretty good. She's better than me. And Lorraine and Tommy both really, really enjoy cooking, and they swap recipes. I'm just there waiting to be fed.
Yeah, he says he started.
Lazy sister. Yeah.
The thing that struck me first of all is not only is he just like a genuinely nice chap, he is, because you were born in the 30s. The gap between you and him must be massive because he looks so young.
He is very, very young. I think he'll soon be able to go into pubs and things when he's a little bit older. He doesn't smoke, but he's a good boy, so he wouldn't smoke. But yeah, I think, you know, when he's got his license now, he can drive legally.
Legally, yeah.
Is that just a scooter?
No, bin lorry.
He's just come on and he says, "I love all my sisters."
Ah, see, he's very diplomatic as well, isn't he?
Yeah. We know which one.
You know which one. It's Lorraine. It's always Lorraine. Everybody loves Lorraine more than me.
No,
But she is lovely.
Thank you very much, Tom, for coming on and doing that with Jeanette. That was very nice. And we're very happy that you're with us each week. It's nice that when you find not only people that we have regularly who come to our afternoons, it's great to see those people again, of course, because we've known them and had a good relationship for years. But it's nice when new people come along. It's a bonus that you know them already, Jeanette, and they're related to you. But I love it when new people come along, and it's been since we've been doing this for a little over a year, there's been quite an expansion of the people we know now, isn't there?
Yes, definitely.
Just people from all over the country, sometimes all over the world, and we're glad you're with us. That was Mr. Tommy Green. He says he has a booster seat in his lorry.
You couldn't get the full effect of how tall he is. He's 6'2". I call him my little brother. He's a giant.
I thought he was quite tall. I'm 6'1", and I thought he looks bigger than me.
He is.
Thanks very much, Tom. It's great to have you with us. Let us know what you think of the ice lolly of the week.
Quick, Mum, it's the ice cream fan.
Well, lick my chops. It's the ice lolly of the week.
So, ice lolly of the week for the first time. I can't believe, Jeanette and Tom, that we haven't done an ice lolly of the week before.
No.
It just totally wasn't in my mind until, like Tom said, an ice cream van pulled up near him the other evening, I heard an ice cream van on the street, and I just thought, yeah, ice lolly of the week. And as is the case with these things, when I ask people, I test it out on my own Facebook. I ask people what's their favourite ice lolly of the week or crisps or whatever it is. I always get really a good response because people are really, it's nostalgia. There's nothing wrong with looking back because they have great memories of that. And we've got 2 for you to choose between, but we could have gone with loads of ice lollies, loads of them. Let me find a picture. The first one up, you're going to get 2. You need to choose out of these 2. The first one, got a lot of votes for this from my own friends, Fab. Fab is an ice cream brand made by Nestle. Both the ice lolly on a sticks, Zoom, and Fab were introduced in the United Kingdom by J. Lyons and Co. And were brought out in order to take advantage of the popularity of Jerry Anderson's television series Fireball XL5 and Thunderbirds. The lolly consists of a strawberry fruit ice and cream with a top portion dipped in chocolate and coated with sugar confectionery. Fab first appeared in 1967. The Fab was deemed to be more feminine looking lolly designed in mind for girls who like to lick a lolly. The lolly was originally pitched at a female market with the association to the purchase being the attraction of Lady Penelope. Was she in Thunderbirds or one of those sort of shows?
Thunderbirds.
Yes.
I'll go. Tom, have you indulged in a Fab in your younger years?
No, it's too feminine for me. I liked a big butch ice lolly if I was going to have one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
Like
might
a lemonade sparkle.
Yeah. Exactly. Or a Zoom.
Well, yeah, Zoom later, a rocket lolly was a contender, and I went with Fab because it was voted one of the sort of the most popular vintage ice lolly of the past. Apparently, the Fab.
Yeah, I sort of didn't really like it that much. I mean, I've had 1 or 2 or 3, but not my favourite lolly. No.
Well, you got the nice mixture. You got a bit of chocolate with sprinkles, and who doesn't like sprinkles in their life? Bit of lemonade, bit of strawberry, bit of variety.
Yeah, I sort of don't like the chocolate with the ice lolly.
Yeah.
I mean, chocolate and ice cream. Yes.
It's a winner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Winner, chicken dinner. Okay, Jeanette, are you a Fab type person as it was attracted to
Yes,
female
obviously,
audience?
because I'm very female.
I've
And
heard
so
that.
naturally that would have been my lolly of choice had we had the money to buy those. But no, we only had money for cider lollies.
Tiny lolly.
I know. We were so poor. We were so poor. And there were 4 of us children and we had to share a cider lolly.
We were
You could have had a
born 34.
No, I have tried one when Neve was young, and I'd buy them, keep them in the freezer, and have a little bite of hers now and then. And yeah, they're all right actually. I didn't mind them at all.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what we're pitching against. Now we've had your words. This one, I think I was raised on these, honestly. I had so many of these and cider lollies. It's a jubbly. Lovely Jubbly was originally an advertising slogan for the triangular-shaped frozen orange drink that was popular in the 50s and 60s. Now, a lot of people had these as drinks. I never had it as drinks. It had a 4-sided packaging and looked a bit like a pyramid, even though it's just, anyway. I must admit, I didn't realise they were supposed to be drinks. I'm sorry, I'm reading that because I didn't realise they were. As I only had them as ice lollies. You cut off one end of the packaging and ate the ice lolly by gradually pushing it out of the packaging. And for me, biting the ice off, literally. Oh, I loved it. It had a heavy sort of waxy cardboard packaging. A quote from a fan, the jubbly was notoriously difficult to eat. So me and my mates used to smash them on the nearest brick wall before opening them. This mushed them up a tree and made rapid eating much easier. There you go. The Queen famously had one in 1977. It was all over the papers. Yes, it was.
Jubilee year.
Yeah, the beauty of these things was, yes, you used to get them in the shop, but afterwards you could get them and freeze them at home. And they were just like, I think part of the reason why I have very unwhite teeth, and I've lost quite a few. That and the nougat situation, nugget.
Nugget.
Nougat.
Was that an impression of me?
Nougat. Nougat. Can I have your ham sandwiches? No filling.
Oh, honestly, I
That's not how
don't
you
need to
say
come
it.
here for this kind of insults.
That's not how you say it. It's nougat.
Oh, Jeanette, did you like the jubbly?
I did actually. I didn't know that they were around when I was young, but when my daughter was little, I used to buy them in the supermarket, a big box of them. And I remember they had tropical fruit flavored ones. And so we always had some in the shed freezer. And they were great. They were really good. Keep kids happy for ages. Trying to open them.
Yeah.
And then when they came out and give them to me to open, I do that. And then, of course, I've got to wait until their hands kind of warm them enough to melt around the edges to be able to squeeze them up.
It's cold. It's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, it would last them a very long time, much longer than those long, thin ice pops.
Now, Tom, was you a jubbly eater?
Yes, yeah, did like a jubbly. They were very tasty. And what we after, because they were dual purpose as well, isn't it? Afterwards, we'd blow them up because you'd have to squeeze them to nothing.
Yes.
We'd blow them up and then jump on them to make a very loud bang.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that ours were water bombs afterwards, which
Yeah,
would throw over fences.
yeah. No, you
not
just-
me. No, I was too good to do
Yeah.
that.
Now, if you like stamped on the holy end, the other end would just split open and make a big bang.
Oh, holy ends. They were great. Let's see what people are saying. Thanks, says Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Kim says, lovely to see your brother, Jeanette. Too right. Marie says, love the jingle. Thank you, Marie. Elmi says, handsome man, your brother, Jeanette. He's a handsome chap.
I think
And
he's
lives in the
married.
Garden of England. What's that, Tom?
He's married, Elmi.
Yeah, he's married. Get your hands off.
Yeah.
Danzy says, I'm late to the party. Howdy doody, folks. Sucking on the jubbly till the flavour went and you were sucking on an ice triangle. Made my summer, 1975. I was, people probably find it weird, but I was a biter rather than a sucker. Yeah. I would have been rubbish at vampirisms. Because I would bite the ice and people would go, oh no, it makes your teeth go all funny and you get a funny thing down your mouth. No, I liked
It was sort of quite, it wasn't really cold by then, and it's just your front teeth, wasn't it? And you could just scrape away.
Yeah, just your front teeth scraping away, defrosting it as you spoke.
Do you remember getting brain freeze from eating too much of it, especially when you bite it?
Not those.
Not those so much, but yeah, from iced lollies. Like a whole box of rocket lollies on the desk, and you're doing your work, and then about the fifth one, oh, ice cream freeze, ice cream. Yeah, I remember ice cream headaches. Did you have them, Tom?
Yeah, sort of. I can't remember why I got. I don't know. Not usually. I could eat an ice cream. I could eat an ice lolly without it really affecting me.
Cool. You're super strength, you are.
God, I couldn't now. My teeth are so sensitive. I have to use sensitive toothpaste all the time. Just biting on something too hot or something too cold. Oh, my teeth.
That might go. I had that for a few years. I actually use Sensodyne. Other brands are available. Don't need it now.
Allegedly.
Denzi remembers stomping on the jubbly box, and Ella says, hi from Jan the Nan and Ellie. Hi, Jan the Nan. How are you? Hi, Ellie. Great to see you on the screen there. Hope you're both keeping well. I am a rubbish vampire, Denzi. That's true. So what we need you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is just put down your vote. What would you vote for? Would you vote for the Zoom ice lolly?
No, it wasn't Zoom. It was.
My apologies.
Fab.
It was Fab.
Stop.
So I didn't put my hand up. Jono, it wasn't Zoom. It was Fab.
Stop. Would you vote for the Fab ice lolly, or would you vote for the jubbly ice lolly? It's going to be a tough call. Put your vote down and Jeanette will count them up. And while we were waiting for that to happen, while you're looking for that, I'm looking for Tom Houston. Are you there, Houston? Come in, Houston. Yes. We don't have a problem. He's here. Here he is, Tom Houston.
He is.
can we first ask you the serious question of the day? You know, we don't need to be talking politics. We don't need to be talking pandemics. Can we talk about your favourite ice lolly out of those two?
Oh, first of all, the favourite ice lolly is got to be, I think, a raspberry split made by Walls. I think the rival was the Mivies made by Lions. That's
see this.
But
yes.
I think we're going for the jubbly because you can use it as a door wedge.
Yeah,
if the wind's blowing and you're doing some removal work and you've got a spare jubbly, you put it under the door and you're away.
You're away, just like Jeanette's sugar-free biscuits. They're great as a door wedge.
Yes.
2 weeks in a row, yeah, go on.
And all those things, yeah, like bashing it to have it in sort of, you know, almost like a modern day slush. And then, yeah, definitely, what do you do once you've souped out all the blood, like a vampire, as you're saying, once you've souped out all the juice, what do you do with this block of ice? So I think it's the doorstep. So you get the best of both worlds.
You get the best of both worlds, yeah. From where I come from, in a working class council estate, it was the only slush fund we ever had in our lives, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, you're going to sing us some more beautiful songs. Are these ones going to be freshly made?
Yeah, this is freshly made, and it's it's kind of, I'm going to stay reasonably light, but it's going to a certain depth because there was a fine fella called Clive Gray who I met him at an open mic. I'd been playing a song maybe 4 years ago in Anstruther in Fife, where you go for fish and chips and ice cream. It's like a day out. Anyway, that's by the side. And so at this open mic, I was playing this wonderful song. Actually, you know it. It's I Am the River. And no one was paying any attention at all. It was like all chatty. I was sending it in. And after it, I was thinking, well, that's another waste of another career down the tube, like my ice cream tour man. And then this fella came out of the mist and he said, Tom, would you like that? I really like that song. Would you like to be part of a community CD? So I got to know Clive really well. And his life was fascinating in the sense that he had been, on admission, a bit of an asshole in bigwig in Berlin, in Germany, in the music scene. And he had turned his life around. He currently had Parkinson's, but also he had spent time with on Krishnamurti land as well, and he had turned his life around, and he was now a big support for music in the area. He died reasonably quickly over the summer, and I was looking at some of the Krishnamurti stuff. So anyway, this next song is inspired by Clive. So there we go.
That's a lovely story. Thank you, Tom. Yeah. And we've got Ellie and Jan. Jan's from Scotland. She says, we love hearing the lovely Scottish accent.
So here we go then.
There we go. We get off the screen. The wonderful Tom Murphy. Tom Murphy.
Tom Murphy. Don't let him in.
Don't let him in. No. Instead, we have Tom Houston for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
My apologies.
Say hello to the bones of birth, breathe them in and cry. May pain and pleasure teach you when to lie low and when to fly. And find your path with a playful dance, and make those moves your own. And seek out songs that will set you free and bring comfort to your home. And when those doubts creep in and start to take control, find your breath and let them pass. Don't let fear eat your soul. You can spread wings, I will take flight, and we will sing songs into the morning light. You can spread wings, I will take flight, and we will sing songs into the morning light.
That was lovely, Tom. Really nice. Not Tom Murphy, he wasn't available. That's really nice. What I really liked about it is not only I like your voice and I like your songs, but I just opened the window a little bit, and it's just me being a silly soft lad. Just the smell of the rain and you singing that song just kind of like really touched me. Worked it out. I don't know what that means, but beautiful. Yes, and hello to Morag as well. Morag, how are you? Been thinking about you recently, and I hope you're well. She says, "Hi everyone, hope you're all okay. We're fine. Do get in touch, Morag. Love to hear from you, and it's nice that you're there today. Best wishes to your family and to Peggy. Let her know we're thinking of her too." So, Tom, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are quite a talent, and I love your accent.
And your t-shirt.
And your t-shirt. And your hair, because it looks slightly spiky today.
It's got a couple of wee devil horns in it.
Oh, they're beautiful. I love it when you do that. Very fetching. Well, we'll have you back in a minute or two, Tom. We're going to just count up the votes for the Ice Lady of the Week. Jeanette's got a poem, and we'll be with you for one more song, ladies and gentlemen. Not Tom Murphy. He's not available. Tom Houston. He's the best. See you in a minute. Don't know where I got that Murphy thing from. Apologies.
Keep him on his toes, though.
Oh, blimey. He's good. He's funny.
He's really good, though, isn't he? He's lovely. Yeah. And I could listen to him talk for hours. Really lovely accent and nice voice, and very funny.
Yeah, he would be good on sort of like doing audio books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. Tom, says Marie. I missed saying that before he popped off. But anyway, Jeanette, we have a vote between the Fab and the Jubbly for Lolly, first ever Lolly of the Week, Ice Lolly of the Week. What are we going with?
The winner is Fab.
Fab did it. The Fab did it. Just by a smidgen. There was a late surge from the Jubbly, but as much as me and Tom were pushing it.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't see if your votes had been counted, then Jubbly would have won. But I think it's only fair that we don't vote. I mean, the musical guest did, and that's fine, but not us. No, because we could fix it,
Yeah, no, I agree. Tom did it for a lot.
Isn't that the point? That we could fix it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I could fix it. I don't want to give that power to you guys.
That's why you have a person in charge, isn't it? So you can fix things.
I was just following Tom's lead and having a laugh.
It was funny.
No, we shouldn't have a vote. We should let the people decide, and the people have decided. You've gone with Fab, and it's in line with what the national votes have been for vintage ice lollies, I should say. Still going strong. You can still get hold of it. They might not always call it a Fab in different places because supermarkets make their own versions of things now, don't they?
Yeah, I saw earlier Thomas mentioned that when he used to do catering things, and he used to do weddings and stuff like that, and he was at a wedding where there was they'd hired a vintage ice cream van to give ice creams to the guests. What a great idea! I think my friend Bob Clark has had different things at his parties. He had a fish and chip van, which was great for a big outdoor party. In fact, Graham Andrew, who we all know, he had an ice cream van turn up at one of his parties for his birthday in February. Which is great.
That's the best. Fish and chip vans, ice cream vans, love it. I'd take them any
All
day.
with the smell of diesel.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. I saw in the news yesterday there was a massive queue apparently in Frinton outside their fish and chip shop. Round the block it was. Yeah, that's irrelevant to anything in your lives, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I saw it outside the front here, actually. It stretched a long way.
Yeah, there it goes. It's stretched all the way from Frinton. Can you imagine that? If you like the Ice Lolly of the week, let us know your faves. We will bring one back next week, or two, to fight against each other. Again, there's loads of choices. Let us know your favourite. And while you're at it, let us know what you think of what we've been doing over the last year, if it's made a difference to your life in any way, shape or form, even if it's just giving you a chuckle on a Friday afternoon. We're seeking feedback from people on how well we've been doing or how badly we've been doing over the last year or so, through the pandemic and onwards. And any comments you want to leave. I know a lot of people did last week. Thank you. But just mentioning it again. Anyway, any road up, let me and Tom Hardy get out of Jeanette's way, because she's going to do the poem of the week.
It's poem of the week.
Do my spin.
It's sometimes short and sweet.
Ooh.
It's poem of the week, and it's always.
Well, I like the way he cuts off that at the end. I don't mind at all. I still sing it in my head. Anyway, so this week I was inspired by a food cookery program by Nigella Lawson. She is amazing. She's so lovely. Her food looks very rich and lovely. But at the end of her show, sometimes she does this thing where her dinner party's over and she comes down into the kitchen in her pajamas and raids the fridge for some leftovers that are really nice, and sometimes starts cooking, which is a bit odd. But anyway, so I was inspired by that, and I found this poem called Midnight in the Pantry by Edgar Guest. You can boast your round of pleasures, praise the sound of popping corks, where the orchestra is playing to the rattle of the forks. And your after-opera dinner you may think superbly fine, but that can't compare, I'm certain, to the joy that's always mine. When I reach my little dwelling, source of all sincere delight, and I prowl around the pantry in the waning hours of night. When my business or my pleasure has detained me until late, and it's midnight, say, or after, when I reach my own estate. Though I'm weary with my toiling, I don't hustle up to bed, for the inner man is hungry and he's anxious to be fed. Then I feel a thrill of glory from my head down to my feet as I prowl around the pantry after something good to eat. Oft I hear a call above me, "Goodness gracious, come to bed!" And I know that I've disturbed her by my overeager tread. But I've found a glass of jelly and some bread and butter too, and a bit of cold fried chicken, and I answer, "When I'm through." Oh, there's no cafe that better serves my precious appetite than the pantry in our kitchen when I get home late at night. You may boast your shining silver and the linen and the flowers and the music and the laughter and the lights that hang in showers. You may have your cafe table with its brilliant array, but it doesn't charm yours truly when I'm on my homeward way. For a greater joy awaits me as I hunger for a bite. Just the joy of pantry prowling in the middle of the night. That was Midnight in the Pantry by Edgar Guest.
That was lovely.
Quite a long poem, but
that's really nice. Sorry for cutting off your jingle. In my head, seamlessly, I think I'm just pressing the buttons at the right time, forgetting that the music's part of what you're seeing on screen. Apologies.
That's okay.
That was lovely. It made me
good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Around the pantry. Yeah, really nice. Love it, Jeanette, says Christine.
Good.
Sure there'll be more comments coming that way. Yeah, you always pick a good one, and you've got a great voice. Will your audiobooks be coming soon, Jeanette?
Well, when somebody asks me to do any, yeah. I've done voiceovers for radio and TV and bits and pieces like that, but I've never done an audiobook. I'd love it. It'd be great.
That'd be lovely. Marie says, great poem, Jeanette. Always relaxing to listen to. Oh, bless.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing it and picking out a tune every week. So what have we got now? We've got to find a poem.
Hey, John, old lad, you got to sort your life out. You can't even get your words straight, lad. Come on.
Perhaps we can put poems to music then. Kazoo music.
Absolutely, we can do that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Tequila. Oh, it's like having Park and Ride in the studio.
Kim says, that was a lovely poem, Jeanette. Always beautifully read. Elmy says, always, as always, nice poem and read beautifully, Jeanette. You see? That's from Elmy. Jenny says, lovely poem and applause. And we must welcome back, before we run out of time, and he needs to leave proceedings, Mr. Tom Houston. Are you there, Mr. Tom?
I am indeed. Tom Murphy at your service. I mean, Tom Houston at your service.
Oh, you're going to do that every time you go to the bank now, aren't you?
Sign your... Right. So, yeah, and thank you, Jeanette, for that lovely piece of midnight snackery.
Did it make you think of Nigella Lawson? Because she is a real fridge raider at night, isn't she? But
No,
it looks so amazing.
It didn't, but it was actually, speaking selfishly, I was thinking, will I still do this next song? Because it's called, well, it has a chorus about the nighttime. And I thought, there's no way I can go from the glory of ice cream and lollies into evening, but I now can.
Yes, you can.
She's lit the way for you. Yeah, like we planned it.
Can I quickly tell, and it might not be funny, but it's a very short story, is I went to, I suffered from back problems, lots of back problem stories, but I went to a massage guy called Danny Iannarelli. So obviously from an Italian background, and he was telling me the story. His brother got banned from a golf course because he would drive there in his working van, an ice cream van. So you can just imagine the golf committee sort of like, we'll have to ban that chap. He's coming to play a game, bringing his ice cream van to the golf course.
Yeah, lowering the tone.
So anyway, my next, I'm to chat more or do the next song.
Well, no, I just wanted to ask you quickly before you did, whether you've got anything coming up, whether you wanted to tell people about your website, anything you want to share with people so they can look you up after the show.
So there is a new single out, which is it's a free download. It's basically to get people onto my site so I can entice them with my summer sale that I haven't quite set up yet. So the main point of contact with me at that website would be tomhouston.org. And the single's up there. There's a picture of me lying down in the Ochil Hills, looking as if I might not be here, but I'm really enjoying the sunshine. And it's called Still Lingering. And afraid my plans for the ice cream tour have gone. So it's home studio work, and I'm working on a series of weird walks and adventures and short pieces. So, but they're still in the ice cream machine. They're not ready.
Well, we'll put your site up when you're singing.
But yeah, tomhouston.org, and there's 4 solo albums there if people want to buy one, so they can put one in their in their cone. I'll happily post it myself and sign it if anyone wants to do so.
If you like what Tom does, do go to his website, tomhouston.org, and check him out. And he's going to give us that last song of his, and I'm going to get out of the way and say, ladies and gentlemen, for the last time today, the wonderful Tom Houston.
So yeah, this next song, I was up in the north of Scotland, and there was this sound round about twilight of just bees and flies buzzing in the rhododendron bushes, and it just has me mesmerised by the sound. So I took my mind on a flight of fancy, and I don't know how this came up, but it's a song called Summer Flies. The woman took her stockings off. She said her skin was dry, and the men were looking sideways with a glimmer in their eye. And all the broken-hearted people turned away to cry. There's no justice in this world, no God up in the sky. When the night comes down, when the night comes down, when the night comes down, all those summer flies are quiet. I'm getting quite a bit of rustling in this sound. I don't know if someone's got the microphone on while they're doing the dishes. I don't know if someone can mute. I don't know. And the woman put the shower on. She turned the heat up high. The men were drinking lager. They swore their throats were dry. And the children are tucked up in bed. Their minds are wondering why is there comfort in this world? Are there answers in the sky when the night comes down? When the night comes down, when the night comes down, all those summer flies are quiet now. When the night comes down, when the night comes down, when the night comes down, all those summer flies are quiet now. And when the working day is over and the evening chores are done, and the stress of daily living, it sets beneath the sun. The TV screens take in a breath, then let out with a sigh. Oh, the devil's lost the detail. We've burnt the apple pie. When the night comes down, when the night comes down, when the night comes down, all those summer flies are quiet now. Summer flies.
Lovely, Tom. Sorry for the noise in the middle. I was just sorting through my tackle, as you understand.
Yeah.
Was it me? I was shuffling papers, but I didn't think Tom would be able to hear me if I wasn't presented.
He's got a sixth sense and he's able to pick it up. I'm not sure how he
pick up
does
everything we do when we're not on the screen.
Yeah, even your innermost thoughts.
Oh my goodness. You don't want that.
I go into that. Well, it really did put me off a bit, particularly you, Jeanette. It was like,
yeah, it would. God, I know what goes on in there.
Focus on this song, you know. It was like freaky. And that Tom, he's sitting there silent, called himself Tom Hardy, but His mind is away somewhere else. Anyway,
There's nothing there. I don't. Complete
Yes.
blank. Yeah.
you think there's nothing there, but underneath that
No, I know.
stone, at
No,
the
I
bottom,
know there's nothing there.
at the bottom, underneath the stone, check it out.
No, nothing there. Sorry.
That was a lovely song, a very well crafted song.
It
As
was
I just
beautiful.
read, Tom put something up there. I did wonder at the beginning where you was going, where the lady was taking off her stockings. I think, oh, this has started a bit fruity.
Yeah, yeah. It was like, yeah, it's like, where's this going?
Exactly.
Keeps us interested though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Held my attention.
Yeah. Want to hear the next line here?
Oh, yeah, can't wait. Thanks for coming on, Tom. Good continued luck with the new work, with the new songs and the website and all.
Thank you.
And we welcome you back again soon. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure having you on, sir.
A pleasure indeed. Thanks again for the invitation, and good luck with the Warm and Toasty Club.
Thanks, Tom. Just to end, Elmi and Jenny send lots of applause for you.
Thank you.
And for your lovely work, and for you being a really nice chap as well, and very funny with it. Tell your daughter we're going to try and we'll have another go at pushing you as the ice cream tour man, and see if it works in a couple of months.
Absolutely. She might even, she's a bit of a world class breaking dancer, so she might come along with me to serve the oysters.
Oh, well, that's double threat, isn't it? Really, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thomas says, "Great music, Tom."
Okay, thank you.
Before you go, good luck on your journey, and we hope to see you again back on the Warm and Toasty Club real soon. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Tom Houston, ladies and gentlemen, what a lovely chap he is. Well, that's our afternoon. I'm just getting ready the outro to say goodbye from me, Jono, Jeanette.
Bye, everyone. See you all next week.
Tom, we see you next Friday. We're back again next Friday. Do join us at 1 o'clock. We're here all the way through right into December. We hope you have a great week. Hope the sun shines on you in the coming days, and keep well, keep safe, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so, but putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3, wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our son